Hi, I'm Shine, and this is Divine Shine Tarot with your mid-month reading for the second half of January 2025. This segment will be for my air signs, so that's Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I'll leave the timestamps down below. I hope this reading finds you at a helpful time. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. If anything resonates, please let me know in the comments. Also, leave me questions or suggestions for readings you'd like to see from me in the future. I'm raising funds to purchase medical equipment, so I appreciate any donations or shiny items you care to give from my Amazon and Etsy list linked below, if you're inspired, but not required. Now, I ask that the Spirit step forward to divinely guide my vision and messaging for these air sign readings. Let's get started with Aquarius. Spirit, what's coming for my Aquarius in the second half of January? What are they experiencing? What should they prepare for in the second half of January? Okay, the cards. I think this one wants to come out. So let's see. We have Queen of Cups, Queen of Emotions. This is either you or someone in your life, Aquarius. Then we have the Hermit. Perhaps a time to withdraw and be introspective. Four of Cups. So definitely something very much related to emotions at this time for my Aquarians. Wow. Five of Swords. A bit of conflict or feeling a sense of fighting battles, trying to win the war. Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Passion and Creativity. So the overview indicates that this is a very emotional time for you, Aquarius, and perhaps you are taking some time in solitude to reflect upon what it is that you are trying to perhaps move forward with emotionally, because the Four of Cups, this card shows that there were things that you perhaps were not fulfilled or content with emotionally, and you're on to the next, thinking of what could be the next best thing, and that could possibly distract you from receiving what other things life may be trying to offer you with new relationships, new connections, or even reconnecting with people that may be helpful and supportive at this time. The Five of Swords, this card shows that a period of conflict where you may temporarily feel a victory, or you may feel that this exchange that you're having with a life situation or people, where you may feel either under attack, but having things temporarily under control. This indicates that there may be some energy of paranoia, defensiveness, something that you are working through but feel that there's potential for it to still return. So you may be on guard at this time. And then these cards here, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, it indicates that you should strive to be very much in control of your emotions, very compassionate, but also lead with your charm and your creativity, perhaps in communicating and having tough conversations. These are cards that show that this is the time to lead with your heart and have much gusto in whatever conflicts you feel that you are trying to keep under control. And if it's not you, it could also be some figures in your life, perhaps a mother, a mother-like friend, someone that lends those kinds of characteristics and guidance to your life. Let's take out another card here for my Aquarians. Spirit, what advice or message do you have for my Aquarius in the second half of January? Let's get some advice or an additional message for Aquarius in the second half of January. The Tower. This card is confirmation that you are going through a time of restructuring in your life. So this encourages you to rebuild with a better and stronger foundation, which completely makes sense if you are dealing with internal conflict, as the Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands suggest, because this is emotions and this is creativity, vision. So this is perhaps encouraging you, Aquarius, to let go and receive the changes that your the universe is currently trying to bring to your life. Let's get one final card here. Spirit, what final message do you have for my Aquarius in the second half of January? What final message do you have for Aquarius in the second half of January? Oh, it seems like there was one that wanted to come out, but let's see. If you find yourself stuck in a situation you are unhappy with, ask yourself why you are still there. Is it fear of the unknown? Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing you can do for your soul and your spirit. Be fierce. This is the perfect advice, Aquarius. The Queen of Wands is fierce, but of course she's wise. And the Queen of Cups, in control of her emotions, but also compassionate. So the portion where this card refers to a feeling of being stuck, being unhappy, leaving toxic situations, that's exactly what the Tower was advising, that it's time to allow something to crumble, even though you may not be ready for it. Of course, that's always scary to have to let the ground be leveled without necessarily knowing what's to come. But it seems that if you are in this energy or space of feeling that there's combat, that there's conflict, that you're under attack, or that you've just overcome a situation that you temporarily have under wraps and want to keep under wraps. But of course, this shows that you're perhaps not completely content with where things stand right now, and you're going internally to reflect upon what other changes you could make to make the future better. So this card shows you that leaving things behind, moving forward fiercely, is the best thing you could do for your soul. And that is the mid-month reading for Aquarius Sun or Rising for the second half of January 2025. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Let me know in the comments if anything resonated with you. Hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons for notifications of my weekly horoscopes, pop culture, and celebrity readings. Now let's move on to my Geminis. Spirit, what's coming for my Gemini in the second half of January? What are they experiencing? What should they prepare for in the second half of January? I ask that the spirit guides of my Geminis come forward and send a message for my Geminis. Okay, that sounds like the spirit is answering the Lovers. So this may be a time that you feel very in tune with someone or something in your life that is very aligned and unified with your vision, with your passions, something that you love or is bringing love into your life. It could also literally mean a new romantic relationship. Ace of Wands. Perhaps a new passion project or creative idea, something exciting, something to set you off on a new journey. The Hermit. time to withdraw socially, look within, seek spiritual guidance. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. This is a card of abundance. You are reaping the rewards of perhaps a good time of prosperity. The Hierophant. Some traditions or religious structure, something in your life that you abide by that may be assisting in your current mental state or decision-making process. So let's take a look here, Gemini. Overview is indicating that you do have something new coming into your life, and you do have a lot of financial success at this time that you are probably trying to think carefully about how to move forward with, not getting distracted with potential new love or some exciting new connection here, because the Ace of Wands and the Lovers, that could actually correspond. Maybe it's even a business partnership where you feel very much aligned, that whoever you are considering moving forward with or have had in your life for a while, you guys really share a lot of the same vision creatively, the same passions. Those two cards indicate that. The Hierophant, it's either you're seeking the structure of some sort of religion or traditions. This could be either from community, this could be even tapping into a sense of nostalgia, wishing that things were as they once were when you had maybe elders leading your life. And when you are thinking of not only enjoying financial prosperity, but also conserving it, retaining it, and growing it further, you definitely would think that that's a good time to think back to structure in your life and what things that you're investing in align with your moral code and the things that you strive to conform to. Now, let's get another card out for my Geminis. Spirit, what advice or message do you have for my Geminis in the second half of January? Let's get another message. Some good advice for Geminis in the second half of January 2025. Page of Wands. So this is reinforcing this Ace of Wands card that you had here, basically stating that the time is ripe for engaging in a new creative idea, something that you're passionate about, taking that risk, seeing where that opportunity takes you. You've either started working on this or it's something that you're very curious about that you want to explore further. And this encourages you to take that leap of faith, even though this may be a time that you are keeping to yourself. Still leave a door open to welcome a new opportunity that may bring you more satisfaction in your life in terms of creative projects and things that excite you and that you're passionate about. Let's get a final card out for Gemini. Spirit, what final message do you have for my Gemini in the second half of January? Let's get a final message for Gemini in the second half of January. Whenever you talk to us, it never goes unheard. We hear every single word. This is your confirmation that we are assisting you, guiding you, and ensuring your wishes finally come to fruition. Be patient. Everything will come together for you. So this card indicates that while you are taking that time to reconnect with your internal guidance and perhaps your spiritual guidance, the Spirit is in fact telling you that you are heard, and it's just a matter of patience for the things that you are dreaming of or planning for to come to fruition. And it seems that you're in a great place of resources to actually build. Resources, energy, curiosity, creativity, lots of enthusiasm. This seems that the time is ripe for moving forward with anything that you may be thinking very long and hard about at this time. And perhaps it may even be something that you feel may go against what your foundational beliefs are, that has you perhaps hesitating on, is that the right direction to move forward in? But this is a pretty good reading, Gemini. This shows that you have the yes from spirit to move forward, and not be so hesitant. Let the spirit guide you. And that is the mid-month reading for Gemini, Sun or Rising, for the second half of January 2025. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Let me know in the comments if anything resonated with you. Hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons for notifications of my weekly horoscope, pop culture, and celebrity readings. Now let's move on to my Libras. Spirit, what's coming for Libra in the second half of January? What are they experiencing? What should they prepare for in the second half of January? Let's give this a good shuffle so that we can refresh the energy. What's coming for my Libra in the second half of January, Spirit? What are they experiencing? What should they prepare for in the second half of January? The Hanged Man. You are letting go at this time and following the flow, going with the flow, as they say. Seven of Cups. Perhaps you are faced with many different choices to make, or that are being presented to you at this time that you are trying to decide between. Three of Cups. Okay, perhaps this is a social time for you, Libra. Reconnecting with old friends, loved ones, colleagues. Oh yes, you are busy. Look at this Eight of Wands. Busy, busy, busy. Eight of Wands is movement, perhaps even some travel. And the Hierophant. Interesting. My Geminis just got the same card. Okay. So let's have a look at your reading. It seems that you are going with the flow, letting go, surrendering, at a time that you are busy emotionally. I would say it's exciting. The Seven of Cups is showing that you have a lot of options at this time of whatever it is that you're deciding between. Usually it has to do with a job, or maybe I'm inclined to say travel, because the Eight of Wands indicates that you may have upcoming travel. Perhaps you are planning travel with a group of friends, loved ones, colleagues, family members, which has you very excited. And so you're choosing between which place should we go. And you are maybe taking the back seat. Perhaps you're not the planner, Libra. Perhaps you're saying, okay, I'm going to go with the flow, whatever the group wants, wherever they want to travel to, I'm going to trust that they abide by the same level of interest and the same taste level, that you may have the same standards of what a good vacation should be. You are trusting and believing that those people in your life will guide you to the best option, because the Seven of Cups also warns that while you may have many options, don't get distracted by the shinier or whatever seems on the surface to be better, when in fact, with a little more attention to detail, a little more research, you may find that something else that didn't initially catch your eye would be the better choice. So I think that's a good approach if you are planning a group trip, to let some of the others kind of present the options, do the research, do the footwork. You're kind of taking the back seat and saying, you guys go for it as long as it aligns with these things that we want. We want our own rooms. I need it to be beachfront. Or maybe you're going on a ski trip. Whatever it may be, it seems that letting go and letting things kind of reveal themselves, especially while you're so busy, that may be a good course of action. Let's get another piece of advice here for my Libra. Spirit, what advice or message do you have for my Libra in the second half of January? Ooh, these are hard to shuffle. Spirit, what advice or message do you have for my Libra in the second half of January? Let's get an additional message or some helpful advice for Libra in the second half of January. Let's see. Spirit, what advice or message do you have for my Libra in the second half of January? 5 of Pentacles. Oh, so this is a card that references difficulty with finances. Maybe you or someone lost their jobs, and if this is indeed related to planning a trip, then that will certainly help guide the decision on what would be the best choice to move forward with to make sure it's affordable for everyone and still worth going on the trip, because you don't want to budget so much that everyone kind of like doesn't end up with what their preferences are or what their comfort level would be. And obviously when you're dealing with groups, you know, finances take a priority in group planning. So let's get a final card here, a final message. Spirit, what final message do you have in the second half of January? Take some time to rest and rejuvenate. You need to pace yourself for the changes that are coming your way. They are all positive. Bigger and better things are coming for you. Just relax and trust. You know what that means, that this hangman positioning that you have taken in this whole situation, Libra, is the best course of action at this time. Kind of taking a back seat and listening to this advice where it's just saying, relax, rest, rejuvenate, let the changes come forward, especially since you are busy at this time. I think that's a good reading there, Libra. I hope that this was helpful. And that is the mid-month reading for Libra Sun or Rising for the second half of January 2025. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Let me know in the comments if anything resonated with you. Hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons for notifications of my weekly horoscope, pop culture, and celebrity readings. So those are the mid-month readings for my air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, for what's coming in the second half of January 2025. Leave a comment if anything resonated, or mention something you'd like to see me cover in the future. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button for notifications of my weekly horoscope, pop culture, and celebrity readings. Donations and gift lists are linked down below if you're inspired, but not required. I wish you abundance and opulence. May divine light radiate through your life. Keep shining.